Good day, everyone. We are Group 4 from EMC-102, and today we will be presenting our research entitled The Effects of Academic Pressure on Motivation to Study of IT Students. Next slide, please. I am Angeles Chelsea Darren, who contributed Manuscript Organizer, PPT Designer, Research Hypothesis and Question, Research Paradigm, and Appendices.
I am Clarence Marbebe, or who contributed on background of study, statement of the problem, significance of the study, and the scriptwriter for this presentation.
I'm Cyrus P. Basco, and I contributed to research design, participants and sampling procedure, and is one of the presenter.
I'm Camacho Reniel. I contributed on data analysis, ethical consideration, and presenter.
I am Andre Sabert, who contributed research instrument, data collection, and one of the presenter.
Research background. To start, our study focuses on academic pressure as a crucial part of student life, expectations, deadlines, and competition can motivate students to excel, but they can also lead to stress and burnout. Previous research has highlighted the impact of stress on mental health, but its influence on motivation to study is less explored. The gap is what led us to this study. For the statement of the problem, the main objective of this study is to examine the relationship between academic pressure and motivation to study among IT students. More specifically, our study aims to identify the sources of academic pressure and to determine how it influences motivation and explore how pressure can either enhance or hinder academic performance. Now, for the significance of the study, this research is significant for the multiple groups here shown here. For the educators, it can help in creating teaching methods that inspire students without overwhelming them. For the institutions, they can use it to build stronger support systems such as flexible deadlines or peer mentoring. And then for the students, they can learn which pressures help them stay motivated and which one may hold them back. For the parents, they can gain a better understanding of academic pressure and provide balanced support. So overall, the goal is to promote balance, motivation, and well-being among IT students. Next slide, please.
And for our research questions, paradigm, and hypothesis, our research questions focuses on how academic pressure affects the motivation, what internal and external factors contribute to it, and whether there is a significant relationship between the two. Our hypothesis has two possibilities. Either there is no significant relationship or there is a significant relationship. Academic pressure is identified as the independent variable, whereas motivation to study is the dependent variable. Research design participants and for research design participants and sampling, we used quantitative correlational research design. This approach allowed us to measure and analyze data without manipulating variables. Our participants were IT students from Holy Angel University. chosen through sampling, simple random sampling to ensure fairness and equal chances of selection. And for our research instrument, the data was collected using a questionnaire adapted from the attitude toward mathematics inventory. It was modified to fit IT students' experiences. The questionnaires had three sections: the demographics, the academic pressure, and the motivation to study. Both pressure and motivation were measured using a 5-point Likert scale. Next slide, please.
For the data collection and analysis, before distribution, the questionnaire was validated to ensure clarity and reliability. Once finalized, it was administered to respondents and analyzed using statistical tools, frequencies, percentage, mode, and weight mean, and standard deviation were used to describe the responses. Spearman's rank correlation was used to test the relationship between pressure and motivation, and the t-test was applied to compare groups of students. For the ethical considerations, we followed proper ethical guidelines throughout the study. Participation was voluntary and students were fully informed of the purpose of the research. They were free to withdraw at any time. Anonymity and confidentiality were maintained, and all responses were securely handled to protect the participants' well-being. Next, please. For the informed consent, participants were informed of the study's purpose, risks, and benefits and signed a consent form before answering. Anonymity and confidentiality were maintained and participation was completely voluntary. The study followed ethical standards, protecting the rights and well-being of all participants. Next, please.
For the appendices, section 1, demographic information. The first section gathered demographic data such as age, gender, year level, and their general weighted average. Next slide, please. For the section 2, academic pressure, this section measured academic pressure using a 5-point Likert scale. It focused on workload, deadlines, expectations, and peer competition. Next slide, please. And lastly, for section 3, study motivation. This section assessed study motivation using a 5-point Likert scale. It included intrinsic factors like enjoyment of learning and extrinsic factors such as grades and career goals, connecting these with the student's general weighted average. Next slide, please.
In conclusion, this study seeks to understand how academic pressure can both help and hinder it. IT students in their studies, and with our findings, we hope that schools, teachers, and students and parents can work together to build a healthier and more supportive academic environment. That's all, and thank you for listening.
Thank you very much.